How about we start this video with a fun experiment that's really gonna help drive the concept home, all right? What I want you to do is go to your kitchen and grab an apple or an orange, any kind of round fruit that you can squeeze firmly. And what I want you to do is sit in a chair in front of a table, set the fruit on the table, then rest your forearm on the edge of the table, and I want you to slouch as much as you can. Just slouch like you have the worst posture ever, and squeeze that apple as hard as you can. Now, take a mental note on how that feels, and then let's take a 20-second rest. So if you're following along with this experiment, then go ahead and pause this video for 20 seconds. All right? Once the rest is done, here's what I want you to do. Sit up with the best posture you can possibly have. Chest out, chin up, shoulders back, core engaged, and resting your forearm again on the table, squeeze the apple as hard as you can. And again, take a mental note. How does it feel? Now, for those of you who didn't follow along, let me tell you what you should have felt. This is typically what's felt with this experiment. In the slouched position, you feel that all the work is coming from the muscles in your forearm and the muscles in your hand. And that's gonna tire you out pretty fast if you really had to squeeze that apple, right? But when you have good posture and your core is engaged, you feel that you can squeeze the apple just as hard, even harder, because now you're engaging some muscles of the upper arm and even the shoulder. You feel more muscle engagement. Now, why is that? It's because when you have your core engaged like that and you have, good posture, the kinetic chain is open. All right, what that means is that you can distribute the workload more efficiently throughout your body. And that is why core engagement is key in any exercise or any general movement you do throughout the day. And for that reason, in my opinion, the first exercise anyone should learn is bracing. Bracing is when you just let it all hang out like you have a beer belly and then suck it in like you're trying to put on a tight pair of pants. That's literally it. Just suck it in. And what that does is it activates the transverse abdominis, or TVA muscle, which is a deep muscle running kind of along the sides of your abdomen here. But by bracing the core, by activating the TVA, you are ready for pretty much any exercise or any movement because your movement is going to be more efficient. So how do you work on bracing? Well, that's the beauty of it. You can work on it anywhere. Like watch, right now, I just activated my TVA. So do it anywhere. You can be driving in your car, you can be standing in line somewhere, you can be at work, anywhere. Just activate it and hold that contraction. It doesn't have to be a hard contraction. It's more of a gentle contraction, actually. Hold it, let's say for 10 seconds at first. Just do sets of 10 and then build it up to 30 and then 60 seconds. And eventually, once you're over a minute, just start holding it while you walk around and go about your day. And even when you're doing, of course, with formal exercise, like lunging and squatting and push-ups and pull-ups, you want to activate this, right? But even with just daily movements, like when you go to walk your dog in the morning or when you gotta vacuum your house, which is something I desperately need to do, then activate your core. Do it at all times. And if you're new to fitness, I recommend focusing on the core at first. For example, bird dog is a great exercise. It's when you get into a quadruped position. That means on hands and knees on a yoga mat. And what you're gonna do is contralaterally lift your arms and legs and alternate them. So for example, right arm, left leg, and then hold that contraction at the top for a second, lower back down, and then raise the left arm, right leg, and just keep alternating. Make sure to take it nice and slow and really contract the core and really reach the arms and legs away from you on each lift. But the key thing here is the whole time you're doing bird dog, you want to be bracing, right? So before you even start the set, activate the TVA and hold that contraction while you do your whole set of bird dog. Then you might also want to work on, for example, tabletops, which is a posterior core exercise. But again, you want to brace the core before you do these and hold the contraction throughout the entire set. Tabletop is essentially when you start in a crab position and then raise your hips off the floor and then bring your torso and hips all the way to the knees up into a flat position at the top. So bracing is like the golden thread that kind of goes through all the exercises and even the common movements that you do. All right, it's good to have that core just activated at all times really, because it's going to make your movement more efficient. It's also going to help prevent you from injury because, when you have to do something powerful, like if you're doing martial arts or gymnastics or something, that power, it all exudes from the core. You have to activate your core if you're going to do something explosive, right? So Having that core activated is going to help you in many ways, especially if you have some sort of unexpected surprise movement that you have to suddenly get explosive for, right? There's just so many benefits to this. And I realize that this video is definitely tailored to beginners or those of you who are getting back into fitness for a while. But I just want to emphasize that even if you've been working out, if you feel like you're intermediate or advanced, it doesn't hurt to revisit this. It doesn't hurt to ask yourself, have I been consciously activating my core before every movement? Because if you haven't, if it's not a natural reflex, then focusing on this for a little while can help bring that reflex back, and that's going to help you in many ways. All right, everybody, hopefully you learned something from this video, and if you want to learn more from me, make sure you brace your core and then bam, give that subscribe button a slap, all right? That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. All right, we shall meet again soon. Talk to you then.